Really good.
Explains the omnipresence of God, like God is currently right now in the past, he's currently right now in the present, he's currently right now in the future. So him being like this blanket over the timeline, like he's not just in one particular spot, which means if you believe in the sovereignty of God, that he knows all things, right? He's omniscient, he knows everything that's going to happen, that these people that left your life, that he had planned for them to leave your life. Like, this is not something that just came out of nowhere, and it may seem like it came out of nowhere to you.
Yeah, because it was like,
to trust you,
yeah.
When God says to trust him, it's not like, hey, just go ahead and like lean on me and put a little bit of trust in me. Like, no, he literally knows the future because he's currently right now in the future.
I gotcha.
Right?
I gotcha.
So, like, he orchestrated all of this.
Right.
So there's no way that you can leave his will for your life if he knows where you're going to be in the future.
Okay, so that actually really encourages me, because when I think about if God knows the future, then like all the lies that say that when she like took Israel out of my life, when she banished me from his life, and when I went crazy on the lithium, because lithium just made me nuts. I mean, I've been misdiagnosed as bipolar for over 10 years, and they would just give me meds that would just make me crazier. And anyways, and then it had to do with the pregnancy too, because my body reacted in a really extreme way to like the hormones and everything. Well, for years I believed that, when she banished me from his life and I had the miscarriage, that, that was my chance, that was my chance to get over the past and forgive Michael and just have a better guy in my life. But you're saying that God already knows the future, so God already knew that those people were going to leave my life.
Whatever decision you make is not going to dictate whether you're in God's will or not.
Okay.
I think that if you are chosen and set apart from God, which I believe you are, right?
Yeah.
That like we all as believers are chosen and set apart, that God gives you options. Right? And whatever option you choose, it's not going to dictate whether you're in his will or not.
Okay.
It's literally just, hey, he knows what you're going to choose, and in that, yeah.
Yeah. So you're saying though, like, okay, I want to ask you a question, and it might be a little out there, but do you believe that everybody on this earth was created for a specific person to marry? Like, do you believe that people have soulmates?
I don't believe that there's a one.
Okay. Why?
Because I think that if there was a one, then somewhere in the beginning of creation, one person would have sinned and caused the rest of everybody's one to fall off.
Okay.
Right? So if James and Jenny were supposed to be together, and Jenny decided to go off and chase somebody else because she was sinning and didn't want to be with the person that God had ordered her to be with, then I guess that means James is left with nobody, and that's not how that works.
Okay.
You can be compatible with so many people.
Okay.
And so God gives you this option. Like, as long as your faith lines up with that person, I think you're compatible.
Okay.
It's just a matter of choice.
Okay, because, I don't know, it's just like, I've always had this delusion since I was very young, that there's certain people that were made for people. Like, it's like, you watch films and you realize that these people have dated for like 8 years, like Zac Efron and Vanessa Hudgens, for instance. They met when they were young, it was young love, and they were together for 8 years, and then they split up, and now they're living totally different lives. But, I mean, it's just, I don't know, like, it's such a struggle, you know what I mean? Like, when you have a delusion, it's like, it's so real to you. A delusion means that you believe a false reality, you believe a false thought, and it's just incredibly difficult for me sometimes to understand. Like, I understand that when you come together with someone who carries the same faith as you, that you can be unstoppable in a way. Like, and I feel like that's what God initially wanted for me. He wanted me to be with someone who had the same faith as me, was working towards the same goals, and somehow I got caught up in what wasn't his will. So now I'm like, okay, well, what do I need to do to find his will again? I feel like it's all about healing for me, because relationships, like, I feel like I need healing, like, from all the trauma I experienced. So I just appreciate you talking about things, and like, yeah, I'll definitely think about that, like how maybe we weren't all made for a specific person. Like, maybe we all meet specific people for a reason to influence our life in different ways, and God can use that. Is that what you're saying? Yeah.
Like, you can't make the wrong decision.
Okay, but if you can't make a wrong decision, then does that mean there's no such thing as sin?
No.
Okay.
No, but I think God can use sin,
Okay.
whatever decision you make, for His glory, right? Like, if you believe that He can turn bones into armies, if you believe He can turn ashes into beauty, then, like, you know that He can take any situation